Hello everyone, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thanks so much for joining me. Today I'm doing a Scrapping for Less design team project using this cute little stamp set from Heffy Doodle. It's called Oceans of Love. Love the sentiments and the cute little images in here. Every month Scrapping for Less features a company. This month's feature company is Heffy Doodle. So there's a lot of inspiration over at the Scrapping for Less blog if you want to check that out. We're going to jump in and make a card. I'm going to grab some images here. I have the star wall, the little shark, a little bit of greenery, and then the cute little starfish. He has a little smiley face on there, and I thought he was so cute. I'm just going to ink up my images with Memento Tuxedo Black ink. It's a Copic-friendly ink. I did leave the coloring in, but I sped it up quite a bit. But I'm going to play a little bit of music while I color it in, and I will catch you back when the music's done, or when I'm done coloring. Okay, I finished up my coloring and I fussy cut each of my images out, and I did stamp and color in another piece of greenery. I did go around the edges of my fussy cutting with my black Copic marker. This helps give it, hides all my fussy cutting blemishes. Next, I am going to do a background, some smushing, using some Distress Oxide inks. I left the colors that I'm going to be using today in the right hand corner for you, just a variety of blues. I'm going to add a little bit of water, and then using a piece of Canson XL watercolor cardstock, I'm going to get to smushing. Now, warning, brace yourself because the camera starts shifting and shaking, and which is the weirdest thing because it's actually attached to my ceiling, and I don't know, I have to figure out how to fix that. I'm so sorry about that, but it'll quit here in just a minute. But I finished my smushing, and I decided to add a little bit of Picket Fence Distress ink. This is not oxide ink, it's just Distress ink. I'm just going to add a little bit of splattering on my background panel. This is going to be a very subtle look, and you can barely tell, but it does soften it just a bit. So I did my little splattering, and I'm going to go ahead and use my heat gun and dry that. Next, I'm going to take a stitched rectangle die. Now this is going to cut out a panel that is 3.5 inches by 4 3/4. And then I also cut out a panel with a piece of vellum. The vellum is, the size was 3 3/4 by 2.5. I'm just kind of arranging my scene and where I want to put my sentiment, and I think there looks great. So using my stamp platform, I'm going to add my sentiment. A sentiment says, "Sending you oceans of love." I just used my anti-static powder tool, and then I'm going to ink up my sentiment with my Versamark ink. And then before we add embossing powder in the stamp set, there were two little hearts. One small heart and then one itty bitty, and I just stamped it a few times on my vellum around my sentiment. I'm just going to go over this with my white embossing powder. And then using my heat gun, I'm just going to go ahead and melt that. Now next I'm going to take my tape runner, and the vellum that I use is pretty heavyweight. It's from Hero Art, and it's a 140-pound vellum. So when I use my tape runner, you can't see the tape behind it. So I'm just going around the hearts and the sentiment with my tape runner to secure that to my background. And then I'm going to arrange my little sea animals and my greenery. I did end up popping up the star wall and the shark there, but the rest I just used my tape runner to adhere down to my panel. I popped my panel up with some foam tape and placed that on an A2 size card base. A2 size is 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And then for finishing touches, I'm going to go in with some Nouveau Jewel drops. These will actually dry transparent, translucent, and these are rose watercolor, so it'll dry a very light pink. To give my little seaweed and my starfish and my starwall horn, a little bit of shimmer. I'm going around with my Wink of Stella clear shimmer pen. And then that finishes off my project. The stamp set's available over at Scrapping for Less. I'll leave links below if you're interested. But I wish you a fantastic day, and we will see you again soon. Bye-bye.